How's it going, fellow pickers? For this lesson, we're going to take a look at how to play Twinkle Little Star on the mandolin. If you came here looking for a popular kids tune, I'm sorry to disappoint, this will be a little bit more complicated. Twinkle Little Star is a popular Texas fiddle tune that shows up a lot in contests as well as bluegrass music. So what we're going to do in this video is we'll go through the chords and then we'll break down the melody, and I'll be putting the tab and sheet music right here on the bottom of the screen so you can follow along. If you'd like to download those, you can go to my Patreon page and find them there. I'll also be posting an up-the-neck version as well as backing tracks to this tune. And best of all of my Patreon subscribers will get a chance to win the new shirts I just put out. At the end of the month, we'll be doing a drawing. If you don't want to wait, you can also just go right into the description and find the link to these shirts there. So, with all of that out of the way, let's take a look at the tune. This tune uses 4 chords. It uses G, C, A, and D. We'll just run through the tune and you can follow along. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, C, G, G, A, D, G, C, G, G, D, G, B part G, D, D, G, G, C, G, D, G. Let's take a look at the A section. The A section starts with a phrase that pops up over and over again. So we're going to break it down in a little bit more detail so the tune gets a little bit easier when it comes up again. So that phrase sounds like this. And what we're doing there is we're kind of just working around a G arpeggio with a couple passing tones. So the first 2 notes are pickup notes, and we're playing a B and an A on fret 4 and 2 of your G string. And then your downbeat will be an open G. Going back to the B on fret 4, over to your D string, play D, F sharp on fret 4, and G on fret 5. And you're going to dip back down and get the F sharp back up to G, and then play open A, B on fret 2, and then A, B, C on fret 3, B, A, G on fret 5 again of D. So that whole first phrase will sound like this. 1, 2, 3. And from there, we have an F on fret 3 of the D string to lead us into the C chord. And the nice part about this is we're kind of, even in the melody, going to be centering around just your C chord. So that phrase, after the F, will start on the 2nd fret of D, playing the E. Reach down and get the C on the 5th fret of G, back to E, up to G on fret 5 of D, and then the C on fret 3 of A. Then go back down to G, E on fret 2, G, and then an open D. For this next measure, we're just going to kind of fill it in with a slide from the 5th fret of your G string to the 7th fret, and then play the open D. So that whole first part there, 1, 2, 3. So the second part of the A section starts the same way that the first part did, with that same opening lick. But this time, instead of going down to the F, we're going to go up to the B on the second fret of the A string. Now this is where the rhythm plays that A chord. We're going to be playing the open A, G sharp on the 6th fret of D, A, B, C sharp on fret 4, and then back to A, B, C sharp, D on fret 5. Then dip down to the 4, D, E, open E, D, and now go down to the 3rd fret to play your C natural, B on fret 2, and then open A. So let's take that second part of the A section together. 1, 2, 3. The third part of the A section starts the same way that the first part did, except it doesn't have the pickup notes. So it's starting right on that arpeggio idea. So let's play that together. 1, 2, ready. The fourth and final part of the A section will be similar to the second part. It starts with the pickup notes into that arpeggio idea. And then just like the second part, it goes up to that B, but this time it just kind of ends it out. So after that B, we're going to play this C on fret 3, C, B, A, G, on fret 5 of D, F sharp, and then walk up the D, D, E on fret 2, F sharp on fret 4, and then just a little ending. G, F sharp on fret 4, G on 5, open A, G. So let's do that fourth part together. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so let's play through the A section together. I have my metronome here at 50 beats per minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. The B section begins like this. And what you're going to want to do is keep your pointer finger on the second fret of your A string, playing the B, because that note keeps coming back. So we start with 2 pickup notes, so B, C on fret 3, and then our downbeat is the D on fret 5. Then go back to B, E on fret 7, back to B, D, B, reach over and get the G on the 5th fret of D, back to B. And then here, D, B, E, B, D. So let's play that part together. 1, 2, 3. So here the melody will go up to the D on the 10th fret of your E string, then the high E on the 12th fret. And those are both half notes, so they get 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The next little part is this triplet lick here, which is just going to be a hammer on and a pull off. So we're playing D, hammer on with your pinky, and then pull off. And remember, when we pull off, we want to kind of almost pluck the string with our fingers. So go down toward the floor instead of just lifting off, so we keep the note strong. And then just play the 2 C's on the 8th fret of your E string. So that little part, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I like to do on this is do a slide in from the 2nd fret of my D string to the B that is on the 9th fret of my D string. And then just do some cross-stringing things. So I'm sliding in from E to the 9th fret, and then playing that D on the 10th fret, open A to the B, back up to open A, playing the E on the 12th fret, open A, B, A, and then the triplet lick to the 2 C's. So that would sound like this at speed. 1, 2, 3. The next portion of the B section begins like this. So it's similar to the first part, but we're kind of scooting back. We're playing open A, B on fret 2, C on fret 3, open A, D on fret 5, A, C on fret 3, open A, then the F sharp on the 4th fret of D, open A. So that. And then back to the C, A, D, A, C. Let's do that together. 1, 2, 3. So like before, we're going to go to the D on the 10th fret, then play the E, same triplet lick, but this time we're going to play B on the 7th fret instead of the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I like to do here is slide in from E, but this time go to A on the 7th fret of my D string instead of the B on the 9th fret. And then from there, play the D on the 10th fret, D, open A, and then the A on the 7th fret of D, back to open A. Then E on the 12th fret, same pattern, and then same ending. So that at tempo 1, 2, 3. The last part of the B section begins the same way that the first part did. But this time, instead of going up to that D, you're going to go into a G double stop, which is just the D on the 5th fret of your A string and the G on the 3rd fret of your E string. And I like to slide into that. So 1 and 2 and. Then beat 3 is moving down to the 2nd fret of your E string, playing a D double stop now. And then down to the 1st fret for beat 4. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Then slide your ring finger into the 7th fret of A. And play unison E's. So you have E on fret 7 of A, as well as your open E. So that section 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3. So beat 4 will have 2 pickup notes. So you have E, open E, F sharp on fret 2, and then your downbeat, G on fret 3. Then go back to the F sharp, back up to G, up to A on fret 5, back down to G, and then open E. And then there, go over to your A string, play your 2nd fret, B, C, and then D on fret 5, C sharp on fret 4, D, open E, back to D. Then fret 2 to play the B, play the G on fret 5 of D, and then E on fret 2 of D. And then here we're just ending it out with D7 arpeggio into like a G ending. So we have open D, F sharp on the 4th fret, open A, C on fret 3 of A, and then we're over the G chord, play the 2nd fret, B, G on fret 5, open A, F sharp on fret 4 of your D string, G. And I like to end it out with a little tail, which is just the E on fret 2 of D, open D, B on fret 4, into your open G. So that little section, 1, 2, 3. So let's play through the B section together. We'll do it without the extra little added things that I put in, just so we can make sure we have a really clear understanding of the melody. Have my metronome set at 50 beats per minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3,